Hello everyone, my name is Anita from the Medicine Hat Public Library. It's nice to see you again. Today I'm going to show you a craft, and it's from one of my favorite books, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, Dr. Seuss. Who doesn't love Dr. Seuss? So what I'm going to show you today is a fish craft. Isn't this cool? This is really easy to do. I'm actually using a foam plate, but it actually called for a paper plate. So if you have a paper plate, any kind of a plate, just not a real one, if you don't have any paper plates at all, then you could probably use just a piece of paper. That works too. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make this craft. It's really sweet. All right. So I have my paper plate. Now I need to cut out the mouth, and you saw with this one. Oops! I just dropped my glue stick. I'll pick it up in a minute. So I just cut out a little V shape here, and that actually became the tail down here. So, and I did put a, what do you call them, little popsicle stick on the bottom, but you don't have to. That's what the craft had called for, and I thought, well, I'll put it on and see what it looks like. And it is kind of cute. You can run around with your little fishy and, you know, maybe do a one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish story. That would be really cool. Okay, so let's start with the paper plate. So I have my scissors and some paint. Now I have just some regular washable paint. You might want to look around in your house and see what you have. You'd be surprised. And you know, really any color will do with fish. You can mix it up. And actually today, I'm going to actually use two colors. I love the green so much. I'm actually going to use the green again, but I'm going to use this pink too. So, got your scissors, and I should actually tell you how I put the paint on as well, so that you can gather your supplies. I actually used a sponge, and it was just a regular old little cut-up sponge. I was going to use a paintbrush, but I loved the way that the sponge worked. Had my paintbrush handy-dandy just in case, but you can try any of those and see how that will work for you. The other thing is, I do have a googly eye, which is what we're going to use for his eye, but you could draw it on too if you don't have these in your house. A little bit of a glue stick, tape, and you're good to go. Simple to make. Okay? So, again, grab that plate of yours and just anywhere, eyeball it and cut out a V. And I'm not even measuring or anything. So there's my V, there's my little tail, and so there's his little mouth. Okay? So I've already got some green paint on a paper plate, another plate, and remember, yeah, don't pour your paint out on the table, and just squeeze out a little bit. You don't need much. And I'm going to use the sponge from my previous craft to put on the green, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing it here. So I just started sponging it on like this, and I really liked the way that the sponge worked because it really almost showed a bit of like a scale on the fish, which kind of real, sort of. So I just tap it around in your other plate and tap it all over. I'm just going to put some of the pink maybe around the edges, maybe even on the tail. So that's all I'm going to do for the green. And I'm going to use the paintbrush for the pink. Okay? See how that works. This is going to be an experiment. I don't know if this is going to be good or not. So I'm going to start tapping it on. And remember, if it's wet, you're going to mix the paint colors, right? So you might want to just leave a few spots bare so that you can get the other color on. Okay? Oh, I think that's actually looking not too bad. What do you think? A little bit of pink, a little bit of green. Don't forget we have to do the tail. Grab that little tail and tap some on there. I'm just going to make it all pink just because. Now, does this dry fast? Well, it wasn't too bad. So what I did is I thought, well, I'll let it dry while I'm putting my googly eye on. And I actually took paper towel or Kleenex, and I just kind of wiped a little bit of a spot away for where I want the eye. And then I grabbed my glue stick, excuse me for just a second, got it, and I'm going to put the eye on, and I just put it right on that googly eye right there, right on the back, and I've just got some washable glue stick. It's really simple stuff. I'm going to stick that on. Doesn't take long at all for it to stay. So there's the eye, there's the mouth, and I'm going to use masking tape to put that tail on. Okay, So I'm just going to grab a piece. Masking tape seemed to work really well for the green one. And I'm just going to rip that piece off, turn it over, and I'm going to eyeball it so, you know, his tail might be a little bit crooked. I don't know. Hold it on there. There's the tape. Masking tape works so good for this stuff. How does that look? Can you see it? Little swimmy fish. Ooh. All right, that is our craft for One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. It is Library Week, so we're celebrating all things books. And I hope that if you make one of these, that you share it with us on our Facebook page or on Instagram. That would be really cool. We'd love to see how you've made yours. And you know what? Another thing, you could also cut a little bit of this tail out to make it like a fin, actual fin. There's so many things you can do. So use your creative minds, make something beautiful together, and enjoy your time as a family. We sure miss you here at the library. So until next time, bye for now.